Rooney with the free kick, struck it well! Brilliant. He's back!
Wayne Rooney, striker.
So we start with your positioning when you're playing. How important is that?
It's very important. It depends whether you're trying to make a run in behind the defence or you're trying to get on the ball in front of the defence. So your positioning, it's different for both roles. Obviously when you're trying to get in behind, you need to be on the shoulder and you need to time your runs to get in behind, stay on side. So that's quite difficult to do. And then if you're trying to get behind the midfield and in front of the defence, you need to always be looking around your shoulder, be aware where the space is and try and time your run to make sure you find that space when the ball comes to you. So it's quite difficult to do if you're not used to it. So it's that's probably the hardest thing about it, is making sure you create that space for yourself.
And what about the sort of timings of your runs as well, and how key is that?
It's important, obviously. You need to stay on side, so when teams try and play you offside, and so you need to try and have that eye contact with the midfield player or the forward who's passing the ball through, and then once you've got that contact, you see putting the red down, and you can try and time your run to stay on side and also try and get in behind them and create as much space behind them as you can.
And what about sort of link-up play, sort of around the box and things like that?
Yeah, again, I think you need to obviously be aware of where your teammates are and then be aware of where the defenders are, and you need to know whether you've got space and time on the ball or whether the defender's right with you. So you need to know whether to play one or two touch, or you've got time to take the ball and take a few more touches. So it's all about looking around and knowing what's around you before the ball comes into you.
And you sort of composure on the ball, say when you're going through one-on-one with a goalkeeper, what do you try and do in those sort of situations to pick the right choice?
I think that's why we practice nearly every day in training, to get used to that situation. And once you do it every day, you get used to running through and knowing where you're going to put the ball. The only difference is obviously there's a big stadium and a crowd there, so it's just being in a routine really of doing it. So I think that's important, that we do it every day to take it into the game.
Which sort of game or performance have you been most satisfied with in terms of your positioning?
I don't know. I think every game we've done okay. Obviously, we've had a few blips where we've dropped points, but in general, in most of the games we've done well, and that's whether I've played behind Robin or whether I've played through the middle on my own. It's different roles, but something I'm happy to do.
And is there one player that you looked up to, a striker that you looked up to when you were younger? I
think in terms of the way I play, I used to watch a lot of Jari Litmanen when I was younger. I used to love the way he played, the way he created goals, scored goals, and the way he was always on the ball, and he always seemed to have time. So that's something which I watched a lot of when I was younger and tried to really, copy him really and play the way he does.
So is there one piece of advice you'd give to a young player?
I think just practice. Football is the same as anything. You need to practice and work hard every day at it, and study as well. I think you study the game, you watch the games, and then you try and watch players who are in your position to see what movements and how they go about what they have to do. I think that's important if you want to be a professional footballer.